Hey guys, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I'm here to share a product review with you guys. These are ChalkOla markers, and I was contacted by the creators of this marker set. It's a family-run business, and they contacted me and asked me if I wanted to try their markers, and if I liked them, if I would be willing to do a review about them. And there was no obligation at all, so I want to assure you that I, in fact, love these markers. They were so much fun to play with. There's so many applications that just keep popping into my head. So I've been playing with them off and on all day long today. They are child safe, water-based, non-toxic. They wash off of clothes. There's no odor at all. It says low odor, but I didn't smell any kind of odor at all. It's acid-free. It does dry quickly, and it says it's long lasting. Now, because I was just playing with it for a day, I don't know how resilient it is. I can't speak to that, but I will say that once it kind of sets and dries, you kind of, I seem to have to scrape it off or apply water to it in order to remove anything that I've created with these markers. And it is fully removable once you use like a baby wipe or water on a paper towel or Windex. So it is really great to play around with. You can play on ceramics, mirrors, glass, any kind of non-porous substance. And why don't I go ahead and share with you guys some of the projects that I made today, just goofing around playing with these awesome markers. I'm also going to link in the description box below links to where you can purchase this on Amazon, whether you're in the US or whether you're abroad. And I'm also going to give you a link to the actual ChalkOla website, so you can read all about it if you are interested in learning more. So to get the ink flowing from these ChalkOla markers, you have to shake it for about 30 seconds, and then you have to start the ink flowing by pushing the nib down on some scratch paper. And I'm showing you this in real time so that you can see how long it takes to actually get a real marker going. Mind you, once I tested this a couple of times on the first couple of markers, I ended up like starting 3 of them at a time. So this first time getting them going does seem to take a little while, but really I'm showing you here how much ink has come down into that nib. And this is a bullet point nib and it seems pretty resilient, so I wouldn't worry about being too hard on it when you're trying to get the ink going. See, and I'm doing this kind of gently. This is the first marker that I did, but I wanted to show you how to go about getting this marker started and not to get frustrated. Here you can see the ink is starting to go, but I wanted to make sure the whole nib was fully saturated. So now I'm just showing you how you can totally have fun and just freehand draw on any kind of ceramic piece. Here I'm using a coffee cup that we picked up for I think $1 at IKEA, and I'm just doodling essentially a little puppy on the mug. And the best thing about it is that, you know, you don't like something, you can just wipe it right off and start over. Now, of course, because this is something that you can erase with water or Windex or baby wipe, this isn't going to be something you can put through the dishwasher. I thought this would be something fun to do, like with kids, like a kid's craft, or if you're having a party, you could have people doodle on their cups so that, you know, everybody knows which cup is theirs. And here you can see how easy it is. I had like a stray mark there, and I'm just wiping it away, being careful not to erase the rest of the little puppy. And my guess is that this could be at least hand washed if you put a coating of some kind of sealer over top of your drawing, if that's what you wanted to do. And that's it. How fun is that? Now I'm just being totally silly. I'm writing an affirmation. I don't know if you guys remember, but Saturday Night Live used to have this character called Jack Handy, and he would do these self-affirmations and say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. So you can see me writing this out with the blue ChalkOla marker, which I think is such a pretty blue. And then the hot pink I thought would be fun to add with it. So I'm just drawing in some little hearts in there. Just super fun, very silly. Next, I wanted to see how these markers would work on chalk stickers. So I have this little package of American Crafts speech bubble stickers. So I'm just doodling a little heart on one of them. I figured, I could use it on a card or something with a stamped image. And then I thought, I was being so goofy, I would do, a string of symbols together to do like a curse. And then I thought, I'm never going to use that. So I tried erasing it, and I just used a little baby wipe, and then I used a Kleenex to dry it off. And then I wrote in, I woof you, and it worked perfectly. Next, I decided, what about making my own stickers? So I took this chalkboard paint that I picked up at Tuesday morning several months back, and I just put 2 coats of it on a name tag that I had picked up at the Dollar Tree. And I die cut out a little puffy star using a Lawn Fawn die, and lo and behold, it makes a perfect chalkboard sticker. Really, really easy. And I'm putting that on a little recycled baby food jar, and I could label it with anything. And of course, because my mind went totally blank, I didn't, write what I was going to store in this little jar. But I think that would be a great way to upcycle food jars and make them into little storage containers that are all labeled really cute. So here I'm just drawing in another little heart. I ended up actually coating this one twice, once with the pink one because I thought the white was too kind of stark. And then I decided if I really want to make it a storage jar, I really need to cover the lid of the jar, which is like a baby food jar. So it says Gerber all over it. And I just cut out a circle and then cut little fringes all the way around. So I'm using Mod Podge to wrap the lid with some pretty colorful patterned paper. And then I think it makes a really cute storage container. I'm just going to coat the top of the whole thing also with Mod Podge just to seal it all in and make sure that the paper is a little stronger. For this last little project, I thought I would draw a Dia de los Muertos skull and just use a whole bunch of the fun ChalkOla neon colored markers. And with those Dia de los Muertos skulls, there's no mistake. You can decorate them any way you want, use any colors you want. You just kind of have to have a general shape outline of a skull and kind of designate where the eyes are. But otherwise, it's folk art, so it doesn't have to be precise, it doesn't have to be exact, and I thought that would be perfect because I will say that these markers, the colors are fantastic, but the nibs are very thick, which is great for making signs and stuff like that. But for making drawings, it's a little bit thick for really detailed drawings. So I would recommend trying to keep your projects more simple, less detailed, or kind of more folk artsy or primitive like this. I also wanted to show you how you can layer one color on top of another. This is opaque ink, so the color underneath is not going to show so long as you wait for that color to dry before you apply the next coat. So I don't know if you'll be able to see the detail. I should have, zoomed in a little bit closer, but you can, where you have covered up something or didn't want something to be colored a certain way, you can go right over top of it with another marker color so long as you wait for that undercoat to dry. And you'll see in the teeth here, I didn't wait when I go back in to put in the white teeth area again. I didn't wait as long as I should have, so some of the teeth kind of look gray, but I thought that was okay for a skull. I hope you enjoyed this product review and the quickie crafty projects that I shared with you here. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching.